No problem. Just relax and see. Okay, just try to understand. That's it only. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. No problem. So no need to worry. Already people are lot of worrying in this. Guys, here in this one, I took a 2 Linux machines. This is my Linux one, of course. That is my B17 Linux. This is PTS 16 means B16 Linux. Both are Linux only. Okay. So here it is. Normally, I have a Linux server. I want to access remotely. I use SSH protocol, right? So I can communicate from here to here. I can communicate from here to here, here to here, using SSH protocol. SSH protocol, remote access protocol, or SSH telnet RDP. What are there? Remote access protocols. What is SSH telnet RDP? RDP means remote desktop protocol. Okay, RDP, remote desktop protocol. My laptop is almost damaged. Okay, remote desktop protocol, usually for Windows kind of stuff. Okay, usually Windows GUI type. Next, VNC. VNC, there is a different type of VNCs are there. Real VNC or a Tiger VNC. This is also GUI based. It is also GUI based RDP type for both Linux and Windows kind of stuff. This is for Windows only. This is also GUI based. SSH and telnet are CLI based remote access. Okay, both Windows and Linux, both machines. I'm not telling Windows and Linux kind of stuff. Works in both the same. Not secure. Why it is? No encryption. Security is not there. Does not mean anybody can able to access. Encryption is not there. That's it. Only one thing. It is also CLI based communication. Secure. Why? Because of encryption. Secure layer. When it is come to the port number 22, port number 23, port number 389. I don't know. This is any. It is a VNC is a application, not a direct protocol, but desktop sharing protocol type. It's a kind of desktop sharing type, not accessing type. That's a separately written desktop sharing. Like I sharing my desktop. I'm sharing my desktop, right? You can see my desktop. Okay, it is you are not accessing my desktop. I'm sharing my desktop. We are looking at my desktop. Okay, that is the thing. Of course, there is other PowerShell related kind of stuff is there. This is remote access protocols. Okay, in Linux. So in a Linux, what I have to do is, first of all, Linux one, I check my IP address. First of all, check the IP address. How to check IP address? Ifconfig kind of stuff. So find my IP address. My IP address is 192.168.29.23. Okay, so I find my IP address. So this is my main PC, B17 Linux one, right? So okay, now this is IP address. Next, SSH-keygen, generate the key. So what is the use of this command? It is generate SSH key. So it generate actually a private and as well as a private and public key. Generate a SSH key. So what keys? Private key and public key. So of course you have to do enter only, nothing to do it. ls space -a, then you can find SSH ls space dot SSH. You'll find main two files. One is id underscore RSA, id underscore RSA .pub. Okay. So these are the things. Now you want to access from Windows. This is, for example, you are accessing from Windows. Command prompt. Okay, then what to do? SSH your IP address 2923. Of course, it will ask for a password. Okay. Of course, you have to give with user, which user you want to access, root or a student or any other user. So like that, you can able to access, right? So give the password. You will get a hash, right? You will get a screen. So this is one. Once you are completed, that exit. Okay. This is for Windows and also from Linux, other Linux. For example, Linux 2. Meaning is my B16 PC. Okay, the IP address is 192.168.29.137. This is my another Linux PC. From here you want to access. From here you want to access. Same SSH root @ 192.168.29.130 So it will ask yes or no. So then we choose yes. Then it is asked for a password. Give the password, and then you will get a again. So you can work. Okay, similarly here it is also, it will ask for something like you want to connect, yes or no kind of stuff. Yes. Okay. Okay. So you are connecting from your PC to this PC to remotely. You are connecting, right? So you are connected. Then you exit. After your exit, you are connected once and exit. Check it. ls space .ssh. You can find a file called known underscore host file. So you know what is the content of known underscore host file? You know, it is information about. Okay, so your B17 Linux. Okay, meaning is your 192.168.29.23 PC. Okay, that key information key is there. Key is there. Exactly say key is there. Guys, this is the one thing. Okay, this is common. It's quite natural when you are doing it. So it is look like a Greek and letter, but we already know. That's why I explained directly. So simply like this is my Linux PC. Already I done SSH key generator and all. So I don't need to do anything. Simple ssh-keygen. So just you have to enter, you'll get it. So okay, I have to enter and I cancel it. That is I have done already. ls space -dot ssh. Can you see there is a private key and public key. You want to read .ssh/id_rsa. So this is the private key, encryption key. Encryption means language is like this. Okay, this is entirely encryption. It is a private key. What is public key? Pub. So this is your public key. Public key used to access from public. Okay, next you didn't find any known files kind of stuff here because of you are getting accessed by others. You are getting accessed by others. So known files will be created in other PC, not in your PC. Okay, so already we know how to access with a putty also, right? So we have a Windows machine is also there, right? This is my Windows machine. Okay. In Windows 10, either I choose CMD, there I will access your SSH. Okay. So here you have to give ssh-keygen, enter, ls space .ssh, find out the keys. Okay, from here ssh, I am using root. You can use any user, no problem. So try to log in. Okay, same thing goes here also. Root, username, and we don't know like naming communication not yet implemented, so then we are using numbers. So this is the IP address. Like this. Or you can use a application called a putty. So you can use an application here called a putty. Okay, in putty also you can try. You know already this one, so just I'm adding a little bit, that's it. Just explaining it once again, so don't forget. That's it. So I said I will tell about SCP. Okay, but I'm telling this putty kind of stuff. Why? Because of SCP use SSH protocol. SCP use SSH protocol. Okay. Next, guys, whenever you are connecting, it is asking yes or no. It will ask yes or no kind of stuff. You have to press yes, then you have to give password. Okay, then only we can able to connect it. Then only we can able to connect it. Okay, then trust relationship will be created. So try to understand. This is my client machine. Client means other machine. This also login as a root. Okay, here also I'm generating key, keygen, ssh keygen, enter. See, ls space .ssh. See, it is two files are there. Both are having ssh. Key generator and regenerator. Now from my 16, look at here. From my 16, I am connecting ssh root @192.168. 29.23. That is my 17 piece, right? So it is asking yes. This is asking yes. So if you put yes means, so you will load this key. Fingerprint is there. See this fingerprint and this fingerprint. SHA 256 and MD5 fingerprints will be saved in your local PC. Okay, and it will ask for password. So compulsory you have to give the password. Then we can able to connect it. This is natural. Okay. You have to put yes, then only we have to work. The question is here. The question is here. I want to connect. I want to connect without yes and password. Okay, I want to connect or transfer a data or transfer data. Okay, whatever it is. I don't want to put yes kind of stuff, password kind of stuff. Guys, listen carefully. There is a two persons are there. They want to make a communication. What they have to do, they have to exchange names, passwords, authenticate each other, then only they will transfer, right? So you have to give, you want to transfer an amount to the bank, right? So you have to give your username, password, amount, and OTP, then only it will can able to transfer. We can't transfer, right? So without a password, you can't able to transfer. But you know, when we are using this UPI kind of stuff, wallets and all, maximum without asking anything, transfer the data because of already we are giving a password, already we are giving a passwords, already we share the keys, already you have a key. Is it required to me to ask a key, right? So here it is asking a key, like a yes means yes, take the key, then connect. Okay, so if you're already having a key, so we can't do. So share. So what I have to do? So share key to other piece, other Linux PC or system or a server, whatever the name you put it, PC, server, whatever the name you put it, others. So each other. They will communicate directly without sharing keys again. This is very important, guys, because of last time when I practiced Ansible, the remote deployment kind of stuff, it's very useful. Okay, remote deployment, that time this SSH key sharing is very important. That's why I'm telling slowly and step by step. You got confused? The confusion is common, so don't worry, but listen very carefully. How to share this key? So this is my B17. I'm sharing my private keys. This key to others. Copy SSH key. Copy SSH key or a SSH key ID. So 1 second, just I will confirm the part. Yeah, SSH copy ID. That is the command. SSH copy ID -, copy ID to whom you want to copy. Root @192.168.29.137. I'm a 23, so I am going to copy this to another PC. So when you are copying, it is asking yes, password okay, admin @123, remote machine. Copy it, right? So then check it yourself. You are getting a known files. nonce underscore host. Go to nonce. See this is my remote machine's key. I got it. Okay. So first of all, second, verify here. This is 16 PC. In 16 PC, I got a authorized keys. Less dot ssh authorized keys. This is important. So this is the authorized key. Public key is shared. See this key related to SSH. Okay. So I have a key of my remote PC. What I have done in B17 Linux is so Linux 23 PC. Okay, so IP address. What is 23 IP address for reminding? Okay, so copy. SSH. First of all, check it. ls space dot ssh ssh hyphen copy hyphen id. Okay, then it will ask for yes and give password. Okay, now it is completed again. ls space dot ssh. So you can find a known underscore host. Okay, so then you have to use less dot ssh slash known underscore host. Okay, try that one. Next, whenever you done it, so then go to your B16. No need to do anything, just it is my Linux 137 PC. IP address is 137. Root at the rate 192.168.29.137. Okay, this is my remote PC. Here, ls space dot ssh. You can see in this PC, this is. Do nothing, just click it here. Authorized reference. Obviously, you'll get a public key. What is there inside? Inside a public key of B17 Linux 1. Okay, public key of this PC you are getting. Okay, that's a mutual authentication purpose. That is for a mutual authentication purpose. Same thing you can also do it from your side. From your side, I am doing copy, ssh hyphen copy hyphen id root at the rate. Do not think this is a very big process, guys. Just I'm trying to explain how we can deploy an application from one server to another server, transfer a data from one server to another server using SSH protocol. To do that one, we have to trust each other. Okay, so the key binding will create like this. Now it is, you can see known host also came up. Okay, so SSH copy id root at the rate 192.168.23.137. Okay, of course you have to give yes and give the password. whatever it is, then ls space dot ssh. Now, additionally, you can see the known files kind of stuff. Okay. Additionally, you can see the known files, known host. Okay. This is okay. Again, so this is B16. Then go to B17. Configuration, guys. Configurations like that only. B17 ls space dot ssh. Again, ls space dot ssh. So we didn't get a thing, means whether we done wrong or right, we don't know. Yeah, we done wrong, completely wrong. 23, we done a mistake, big mistake. We copied ourselves only. Now this is correct. Okay, this is correct. Okay, now see, it is authorized keys. This is correct. This is wrong. This is wrong. Sorry. 29 mistakes. Okay, which one is server, which is one is client? This is, so I'm copying from 137, means this PC to remote PC, right? And in a remote PC, authorized keys are added. Now both are having a mutually key sharing is happened. Both knows each other. Okay, both system knows each other. Both system knows each other. Like that, we shared a private public key. This is how to share a public keys. Okay, so exactly say it is. Okay, this is for connecting. So guys, 1 second. IP address, key generation. Okay, so do enter, don't do anything, just enter only. Okay, that's only one point, you have to do it. Next, this is for connecting. I will divide one by one. So here it is. First, this is for SSH key generation. This is SSH key generation. Okay, this is for connecting using SSH from Windows. Okay, this is also same thing. Connecting using using SSH from Linux, other Linux. Okay. Other Linux. Okay, so this is the part. Next, sharing public key to other Linux, each other. Sharing public key. Okay, so it's like a subtext, we have to do it, otherwise we'll get confused. Okay, so in this PC we copy a key to remote machine, and from remote machine we copied a key, and you check the both the places, you get a kind of stuff here. This is completed. Sharing keys are completed. Last one is only SSH, I will tell, right? So SCP. Okay, guys, we have a files here, and we have a files. How to transfer a file? How to transfer a file to remote machine? Okay, So this is my B17. I have some data. I want to transfer some data from here to there. Okay, for example, I have a CF123 file is there. I want to copy that file. SCP root @ 192.168.29.137:/ But when you copy, you have to tell which file you want to copy, right? Like this. File name, SCP, file name. You want to copy to root with the authentication root @ 192.168.29.137, and I want to copy into /root of a remote PC. It is, see, it is copied, 100% copied. Go to the next PC, pwd, it is my /root only, ls, see, cf123 is copied, ls space -l, cf123, it is, see, it is copied from there to here. You want to copy something from here. You want to copy from here. I will create some file, cat double greater 16, right? It is SF by SF. It is no. SC F1. So you can say this is SC1 file from B16 Linux. Okay, Control D. Now I want to copy this file. How to copy? Copy command is CP. CP is for within the Linux, within your system. You want to copy to remote PC, SCP, SCF1, and copy to my remote PC 192.168. Okay, 29.137. Sorry. My remote PC IP address is 23. So where you want to copy, under /root or under /root some directory, like you want to copy into this data one. Okay, I want to copy into data one like this. So it is, file is copied to this data one. So look at here, ls space data one. So it is, file is created. You want to read it, cat data one like this. See, it is same file. Okay, so this is how to copy a files. How to copy a files. So SCP command. So here it is, I copying a file from my location. Okay. So this is B17 Linux 1. Okay. I copy a file from here to my remote PC. The file should be existed before. Next, we have to verify B16 Linux. Okay. Check the ls/root. Okay. So data is there or not. ls command. So make sure that cf123 should be visible. And here I created a file for you, actually I created a file, right? So then I created a file and I transferred a file. I created a file and I transferred a file for you. Now we have to go to B17 Linux. Okay, so put a ls data one. Okay, so you can find SCF1 file. Check it. This is how to transfer a data. It is very useful for backup. Backup transformation means I have a data in my Linux PC. I want to transfer to remote PC. I want to transfer to my remote PC. I want to always. Okay. So for example, I configure a cron tab. Configure a cron tab. Then in a configuring tab, cron tab, every day evening at 8:30. Okay, 8:30. So transfer all data. SCP. What are the data you find in my particular directory? What are the directory? So in my current directory or my home directory, what are the data in my home directory? Okay, all data. You can give recursive if in case columns are occurs, then you can give recursive to root at the rate particular machine 192.168.29.137 / a particular folder something. So my backup folder. Okay, so you can give like a this location also. You can give / my main data. What are the data here? Store in remote location. Okay, so what is every day it will be happen. So this is very easy, right? So with a simple command compared to NFS and all. So this is very simple. Of course, NFS is NFS. That is another way we can give. If in case NFS is there, so for example, every day 10 o'clock. Every day 10 o'clock. Copy all data. Copy all data. Sorry, every Friday at a 10 o'clock. Copy all data. It's very simple. Copy all data. So, / access data1 or data2 something. Name is anything. It is actually an FS related one. I put a data into this. I copy a data to this particular folder. The folder is actually connected to my remote NFS sharing folder or CFS sharing folder. So it is another point. Is what I'm trying to say is backup related kind of stuff is very useful part. Okay, just for understanding, told this point, these 2 points. Okay, just for understanding. Okay, here no mounting, it's just a single file transfer. This is mounting. Continuous synchronization is there. NFS continuous synchronization is there. Okay. SCP, it just copy a file from one system to other system. Exactly say one Linux to another Linux box. Okay, one Linux box to other Linux box. Okay, that is only individual files you are copy like that. FTP. FTP is for upload and download files. Okay. Upload and download. You can upload to a remote PC and download from the remote PC. You can upload to a remote PC, download from the remote PC. So that is both the things we can able to do it. Okay, CFS is also continuous kind of stuff, but CFS more like is like NFS only, but it is like Linux to Windows sharing is main purpose is that type cross-platform kind of stuff. Okay, like NFS Linux to Linux, Linux to Windows. Okay, it is only Linux to Linux. This Linux to Linux, Linux to Windows. These are all Linux to Linux only. Okay, guys, understand last point. If you don't speak, I will continue.
Yes, sir.
Keep continuing. Okay. The last one, WinSCP is there. Actually, I will tell WinSCP always separately, but WinSCP is very useful tool when if you are become a Linux administrator or you are using a Linux like it is. You can upload and download, or you can take kind of backup from so Linux to Windows kind of stuff. Okay, we can use it for a backup also. So WinSCP is a Windows application. It is a Windows application. First of all, Windows based application. WinSCP is a Windows application. Okay. You can take backup of Linux system data and store in Windows from Windows. Store is separately, so it's stored. Okay, or you can upload data to Linux from Windows. So meaning is why these are writing is unnecessary. Upload and download data from Windows. Exactly say it is upload and download data from Windows to Linux. Okay. Also you can take backup. Also you can take backup. So this is are there. So now how to do it? So we'll see it. Guys, I will go to find where is my WinSCP already installed in my PC. This is WinSCP application. You can easily down. It is free download kind of stuff. WinSCP. Of course, it based on SSH and other protocols also works. So WinSCP, you can download it. Copy. So download WinSCP. Okay, so just download it. Okay, and open it. So like this, it will open. This is my WinSCP. It got freezed because of we want to connect it. So there is a lot of connections are there. So if it is not no longer required, you can delete those connections also. Okay, because it's so many are connected. This is just like your FileZilla only. It is like your FileZilla only. Something it is nothing. New site. These sites are not there. So this is see it is what are the protocols we can able to connect. Guys, can you able to see this part? File protocols.
Yes, sir.
SFTP. Okay, with the SFTP, secure file transfer protocol. SCP, FTP, DevWeb, so WebDev, Amazon S3, like you have a Amazon account, my AWS account, S3 bucket is there. You can connect it to your S3 bucket also. You have to give access key and secret key. You can upload and download data from your physical machine. I want to connect with the SCP, not this one. new site, right? So then tools, yeah, putty, pageant, putty gen import site also there. So first of all, I want to connect with SCP to my machine from my Windows. Okay, so SSH port number is 22, so port number is 22 only. Username, I'm using root. Password, admin@123, root password. You want to save it, you can save it. So you want to create a folder for this one? Yes, I want to create a folder like root 23. Save password. Okay. So it is root for like this. Login. Wait. It is a again certification. Thumbprint. Yes. So I'm accepting that key, public key. Then only we can able to connect it. So the right side, this side is completely data of my slash root. Where it is. So ls. This is the data. ABC, CF123, DA11, data 1, data 11, DF11, 12, 13, 2, file 2, file 3, file 4. This is like, remember that points. Okay, look at here. Okay, these are the directories. Recently we copied a directory. See, SCF1, right? Like this. This is the data. You can copy this entire data and store in your physical machine, or you can copy entire data and put it here also possible. You know, morning means last class, one of the class. Okay, so we discussed about we downloaded a file, right? So this is app folder. I downloaded one RPM file. So right, so in a here you can find that one. So RPM files, it is RPM file, Java RPM, and this is the EPAL RPM. So it is, I'm going to copy this Java RPM file is there in my physical machine. I'll show you where it is located. Z drive, app folder. Inside this one, you will find a RPM file. So I will take this. So it is Java 8U301 Linux x64.rpm. See, this is the file. I want to copy into this location. I want to copy into any of this location. So I'm copying here. Just take it, drag it, and post here. Okay. Just I'm leaving the mouse like this. So I'm transferring a file from my physical machine to virtual machine. That too, my physical machine is Windows. My virtual machine is Linux. So Windows to Linux, not physical or virtual. Important is from my Windows machine to remote Linux machine, I transfer the data. You want to see that data is there or not, like this. So this is the data. Okay. You want to install this one, you can also install it. It is, we are already there. But ls space -l jdk column is x attribute is not there. How to add x to this one? How to add x? RWX. I want x. Very simple, like this. Check it. Now it is executable file. So you can able to install it. You want to install yum install this JDK file. Why it is got freezed? It got freezed. I don't know. The effect of this one or not? What? my Linux machine. Yeah, it is working. Okay. Have to wait little. So then you can install it. So it is a Java 1.8. So no dependencies. It will size is 253 MB size it will take. Now I don't want to do it. Just let's cancel it. Okay. So simple. We can upload and download a data from Windows machine to Linux machine using WinSCP also. Like a morning I showed a FileZilla. Here also you can use it. Okay, like this. You can multiple windows. You can select multiple windows for a multiple transfers. Edit 137. So same only. Save. Cancel. New session. Okay, so new site. WinSCP. IP address 192.168.29.137. Another Linux machine. Root password admin@123. Save it. Okay. And root 137. Okay. See it is login. Yes. See it is. This is 23. This is 137. These are the files are there. You can copy from here to here also, no problem. So I'm copying this file from here to here. The file is copied. Look at here, you can see, look at from here also. So this is WinSCP, guys. Okay. Understand what is the
Yes,
use of
sir.
WinSCP?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's it for today. Actually, there is a topic called like compression and archiving is also there. Compression and archiving topic is there. So which one is better? You can try. There is a 2 videos are currently available. You can try it. Okay, but now practice. It is already 5:45 and very less members are alive. 5 members only, but you stayed from since morning. So still I should not hunting you. Okay, so no problem. That's it for today.